with Harry Kane going over to Bayern Munich and making his full-on debut today. If you are watching this video on Friday the 18th, Tottenham have gained 100 million inside their transfer budget. However, they have lost a world-class striker, their best player in history for this Tottenham Football Club. Club captain Heung-min Son now, he is the one to lead this team to try and somehow get top 4 for this season. It's not going to happen. They will probably not even finish in the top 6, to be honest. This team is looking like a top 8 finish, top 9 finish. They're looking to pull a Chelsea from last season. However, we have 200 million to rebuild them. Only one season, and the thing is, we only have 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes starts now. We have 10 minutes to bring in as many inclusions into this team as we want, and our objective, just looking at this team, we're going to stay with the 5-back. I'm going to bring in a new striker to replace Harry Kane and to replace Richarlison. Richarlison is one of the worst strikers on world football. He's just awful. We need a new center back to replace either Dyer or Lenglet. Now Lenglet is now actually not even at the club anymore. I believe he went back to Barcelona after his loan ended. And then with Hugo Lloris now gone as well, they haven't signed a goalkeeper replacement as well. So we will go ahead and bring in a goalkeeper replacement. Now, I do have 3 options on here, 4 options in fact, because we have De Ligt and Sule from German clubs Bayern Munich and Dortmund to replace him as center backs. We also have De Gea, who is a free agent in real life at the moment. However, I'm still in the first season and I don't have my mods on to make him a free agent, and I already started this. I'm not going to go back in, yada yada yada, and do all this all. And then we have Dusan Vlahovic, who could be not really good enough to replace Harry Kane, but he could be good enough to replace Harry Kane at the same time. He is going to be objective number 1, trying to bring him in. He is going to be close to spending half our entire budget. Now, the thing with De Gea is he's going to be a little bit cheaper because his contract is expiring in-game in a year, so we might be able to get him for around 30 to 28 million, somewhere around there, not straight for his value. However, Vlahovic, we are going to have to spend a little bit of money here. We only have one striker in Richarlison, so we can't really replace him with that. We are going to offer his market value of 56.5 million and see what they say. They're going to come back with 88 million. That's absolutely insane. We are going to go down to 75 and see what they say there. 75 million. They have a deal. Okay, perfect. So Vlahovic will come into the squad for 75 million, and he will be our new number 1 striker to replace Harry Kane, if he can even do that. And just like that, oh, Ryan Mason is still manager, by the way, too. It's not the other guy. But Vlahovic comes into the squad for 75 million. He will dap up club captain Son, and he'll find his new striker duo-ship for this season. Hopefully they can come to great things in the game, at least. Just for this hurts me as an Arsenal fan doing this. I can't lie. But I needed a video to get out today. Haven't posted in a couple days now. And this is going to be the easiest one to rebuild. So Vlahovic will retain that number 10 shirt. Honestly, I could see Tottenham retiring that number 10 shirt. In all honesty, I really could. It's not common for English clubs to retire a shirt number. It's not even common for any football club to retire shirt numbers unless we get to America. For whatever reason, we love retiring numbers there. But obviously, Jude Bellingham's number got retired at Birmingham for that one season he was there. We're going to go in for David De Gea now. 6 minutes left on the clock. David De Gea is going to cost a pretty penny, and this is going to take even more time off of my clock if my controller cannot stay connected. We are going to offer them, I'm going to go straight for 30 million. Nope, never mind. I'm going to have to do this with my mouse. We're going to offer 30 million and see what they say. Hopefully they come back. They want 37 million for him. Just a million over his value, pretty much. Can my controller, like, reconnect, please? They might. No, they are sticking strike at 37 million. Y'all don't even want him at the club. Y'all would have re-signed him. That doesn't make sense either. Okay, so 34.4 million. We're just going to have to accept that. We are going to go ahead and delegate that. And you know what? If we could bring in both of these center backs, it's unlikely. But if we could bring in both of them, that would be great as well. Can we loan either one of them in? No, we can't. Okay, so we're going to have to go straight for a buy option for both of these. We will try and player swap at least Sanchez or Dyer to include into one of these just to try and make the fee a little bit lower. But we're going to have, we can't go under, what's the most we can spend? We're going to offer them 79 million plus a selling clause for 15%. They say yes. Okay, I'm going to try and get them for 43, 45 million, 69. I'm going to quick sim a couple days, see what we can do, see what offers we can get in, maybe kind of generate a little bit more money somehow. But we are for sure going to go ahead and bring David De Gea no matter what. He will join the squad as our new #1 goalkeeper. He will replace Hugo Lloris. He will be better than Hugo Lloris. He is better than Hugo Lloris in real life as well. And David De Gea is now a Tottenham goalkeeper. And William Saliba will walk through the front doors. He will join from Arsenal. Now, this would never happen in real life. In fact, I don't think we ever had a transfer deal happen between Tottenham and Arsenal since the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time since both of these clubs have done a transfer deal together. Now, obviously, Tottenham wants Balogun from Arsenal in real life at the moment. That's not going to happen. I think we offered him up to Tottenham for close to 100 million, about double what we're asking for him from other clubs in real life. Actually, might be a little bit less. It might be around like 80 or 60, or 80 or 70 million, somewhere around there, for them to buy him. Now, we actually can't even afford De Ligt anymore, so our plan of getting De Ligt is going to pretty much be all up into the air. We are going to go ahead and sell Richarlison, so we bring in Vlahovic to sell Richarlison. Now we have no backup striker, and my plan was to sell Richarlison to have enough money to bring in both De Ligt and Saliba. That's no longer going to be an option because we have 10 million after that Saliba deal. We sell Richarlison for 42 million. We're going to have 50 million max. And that's still not enough to bring in De Ligt. He's up to he's gonna cost around 79, 80 million on our transfer budget completely. We are gonna have to look to bring in a backup striker, and we have a minute to do so. Holy cow, we need a backup striker in a minute. We have less than a minute left to get this deal done with Ali Wahi. I'm gonna overpay like crazy. 25 million, just get into my squad. Yes, okay, that's perfectly fine. We need a backup striker, Ali Wahi. He's a very good option at backup striker. I believe, did he not go somewhere else this season? I feel like he did this summer. He's went to somewhere else. But we are going to bring him in. He is going to be decent enough. He's actually going to end up being better than Richarlison anyway as a backup striker. He will be lower rated than Richarlison, but that doesn't matter. But with 30 seconds, that's how fast you can get a transfer deal done. Avil Wahi will come in for 25 million, around 10 million above his actual market value of around 15 million. I did cheat a little bit in using SoFIFA, but that is going to be the entire 10 minutes built up. We bring in a new, decent, somewhat squad, and hopefully this squad can get them a Premier League title in FIFA. I gotta make that clear. In FIFA. In real life, I'd love to see them get relegated. It obviously won't happen, but Avil Wahi will join the squad for 25 million, and hopefully that overspending doesn't get me fired, actually, thinking about it. And so here is a team. David De Gea in net. Porto at right back. Romero, Saliba, Lenglet as our 3 center backs. Perisic on left wing back duty. Bentancur and Højbjerg control the midfield with Kulusevski, Vlahovic, and Club captain Son as our left winger and as our attacking 3. Let's see how far this team can get. Let's see if they can challenge for a champion. I think they're in Champions League the first season. So let's see if they can win Champions League in this first season. And let's see if they... Are they in Champions League? Whatever it goes. Let's see what they are at January in terms of league competition and European competition. They are in Champions League. Okay, so the Conference League was last season. That was the COVID year, right? When they got kicked out, yeah. Halfway through the season, and Tottenham currently sit in 5th. However, a game in hand, and in fact, win that game in hand, they are up all the way near 3rd place with 42 points and only a point behind Liverpool, and then technically only a point behind Arsenal, who also have a game in hand. So that is up there as well. Arsenal looking favorites to win the league at the moment. As far as FA Cup, we will kick it off here against Wigan Athletic in the coming days. Carabao Cup, I don't really care. Okay, didn't really care about that. Champions League, we actually go ahead and finish first in our group with 3 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. 10 goals for, 9 against. That's not good enough from our defense. We are through at first, which means we have a trip all the way to Leipzig in the first round of 16 here of the knockout stages. Let's see where this team is at the end of the season. And at the end of the season, we actually go ahead and win the Premier League with 25 wins, 8 draws, and 5 losses. We finish it in first with a 2-point gap over Liverpool, who come in second, with Manchester City and Arsenal finishing it up the top 4. Newcastle United sitting in 5th, Chelsea and Manchester United 6th and 7th respectively. Going down would be Fulham, Leicester City, and Southampton. So at least 2 of the 3 teams that actually go down in real life are going down on here. As far as the FA Cup, Manchester City go ahead and win that, and despite Leicester getting relegated, they made it all the way to the finals of that way. The Carabao Cup, Manchester City go ahead and get the double there. They will get the Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Champions League. Now, obviously, let's go from the group stages. We finished in first in the Champions League. We got around 16 against Leipzig, in which we won 3-1 on aggregate, meaning we got to the quarterfinals, in which we took on Atletico Madrid. And despite a second leg loss, we actually won on aggregate 3-2. That way, we got in the semifinals. We beat Real Madrid 4-3 in the semifinals, with Manchester City making it to the final as well. So Man City has a chance to win the treble as well. And I actually haven't seen this anyway. I skipped past it and went straight to the Premier League. Did we win the Champions League? Yes, we did. Tottenham Hotspur go ahead and get the double. They win the Premier League and the Champions League, while Man City win the double of domestic league cups of FA Cup and Carabao Cup. So we split trophy cases this season. This would never happen in real life. This won't probably ever happen in your lifeline. Maybe. I mean, it might. There's a chance it will. Let's be real. There's a very high chance that will. But Tottenham being Tottenham, it probably won't. As far as our players goes, we have our top goal scorer is obviously going to be Vlahovic with 36 goals. He absolutely carried this team. Heung-min Son with 27 goals and 14 assists. Kulusevski with 14 goals. Perisic with 13 goals, playing as a left wing back. A fantastic rebuild for Tottenham fans. Hopefully this is all the success you get in your lifetime. Until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.